University of London, Professor Paul Kelly, Pro-Director for Teaching and Learning, London School of Economics and Political Science, Mr. Winston Tan, Member of SIM Governing Council, Adjunct Professor Lee Kwok Cheong, Chief Executive Officer, SIM Global Education, distinguished guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is with the greatest honor that I am here speaking in front of all of you. Words can hardly express the sense of pride and accomplishment that we must all be feeling right now. I believe that all of us will agree that the journey to where we are today in our graduation gowns has been long and arduous. A University of London degree is really, really tough. The hours that we had to first put in to just understand the concepts, and more hours put in to master the theory through exam papers, to us, it was like A-level exams or final year projects for 3 years consecutively. Those days were indeed very long and very dark. But thankfully, a few important groups of people in our lives made enduring these anxious times bearable. Allow me to mention them briefly. First and foremost, I would like to thank our awesome lecturers, Mr. Mark Harris, who always sees the good in people. And thank you for telling me this that day, Mark. Reagan, I think you're not as dumb as you look. You should take the Econs and Finance degree. So I took the Econs and Finance degree and I never looked back. I would also like to take this chance to thank Mr. Bawan Singh, Dr. Sid Min Kok, Ms. Koh Siew Min, Dr. Radha, and Dr. Lee Chung Chiang. Oh, do you guys remember those happy times with Dr. Lee Bon Foong during our UK revision for CF and POA? It was an honor to be taught by all of you. The second group of important people in our lives are the friends that we have made during this journey. Friends and comrades whom we had spent many hours mugging with, be it in the library, in megabytes, or even megabau. Friends who stood by each other when we started to panic over our disastrous prelim results. Thankfully, not the final results. And friends who are here with us today, showering ourselves in pride and glory. These are the awesome friends who will stay with us for life only if we make an effort to connect with them. I would like to personally thank my awesome friends, Gordon, Justin, Agustina, Huan Song, and Claire, and my friends from Econs and Finance. It was a great pleasure to have known you guys, and I will always miss those macroeconomics lessons with Dr. Chow Yun Fan. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Dr. Sid Min Kok. After that epic tuition joke, I always felt like the king of gamblers or the god of gamblers after each lecture. Also, the days when we felt like pulling our hair before, during, and after EOE lessons with Dr. Radha, where he goes, wireless, 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 and then after all the chaos, he will say, nothing much, very simple. Yes, I'm glad we pulled through. Be it now or many years later, I believe that many of us will be thankful to have forged friendships and relationships that were made to last a lifetime. Thank you to all of my friends who have been patient with me. I would like to thank a special someone in my life at this juncture, Melina. Thank you for standing by me through the most difficult times in our UOL days. Thank you for your understanding and endless encouragement. Last but not least, let us not forget our families, whose constant support through good and bad times made this day possible. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I would not be here today without you. 谢谢你爸爸妈妈，还有大姐，辛苦你们了。Fellow graduates, would you please rise and join me and turn around and face your loved ones. Yes. Please join me in a round of applause to thank the greatest people in our lives. Graduates, please be seated. Well, I really enjoyed my time time in SIM. And frankly speaking, I thank God for letting me flunk my A-level examinations, because if I were anywhere else, I wouldn't have gotten this wonderful chance to study at Oxford University this fall. SIM is where wildest dreams come true for us. Moreover, if there is anything that I've learned from this episode, I've learned to be tougher. I've learned that SIM UOL students can be as good as, or even better than students from the other universities. Yes, you heard me right. I am referring to students from NUS, NTU, and SMU. However, my friends, to compare with these other students is not the objective of being here. It is about coming face to face with a setback and obstacle, staring defiantly in its face, overcoming it, and moving on with our lives. Who can be sure that his or her life will be smooth sailing forever? Life is fraught with setbacks and obstacles, and if we have succeeded in learning to deal with our own obstacles, we are already way ahead of our peers. I must say that I have been fortunate to meet seniors who are really successful in their careers, be it in the government sector or the private sector. And I think that they are really good role models for us, their juniors. It just goes to show that it's the mindset that we take away from our tertiary education that is the most important. So, my friends, fellow graduates, as we walk proudly out of the grand hall later, let us hold our heads up high with a sense of accomplishment, because we are officially graduates from one of the best universities in the world. Congratulations once again, we did it. Thank you.
Reagan has given new